this is the audio product that I really want to try. To be honest, there are many other products that I may not really want to test, but this one I really want to try. Playback Design's MPD-8 AI. I've often said that in recent years, many high-end DACs already have very high quality volume control, and their outputs are very close to that of a true preamp. But to truly function as a preamp, high quality analog inputs are indispensable. They need to be truly high quality as well. I've reviewed several similar products before. Playback Designs is a brand I personally really like, and now they've released such a product. I'm very eager to listen and see how good it is. I managed to get one, and now let's unbox and listen together. Hello everyone, I'm Ken Wong. Welcome to feverSound.com. Today we're testing the Playback Designs MPD8 AI from the USA, a high-end DAC with preamp functionality. Before we officially begin, if you want to see more AV equipment tests, AV tutorials, and the latest market information, please subscribe for free to our feverSound.com YouTube channel and click the little bell next to the channel so you'll be notified when there are new videos. Alright, a box within a box. Such a familiar remote control. I think it's a very high quality remote at the bottom. There's a standard USB cable included. You can see that the machine stands on 3 feet, 3 aluminum feet. By the way, actually I've owned the MPD8 for many years, but never did a review on it. The chassis is the same as the MPD8, but the back is different. Let's take a look at the back. The back panel is symmetrically designed IEC power connector and power switch. Of course, being a DAC, it has many digital inputs. The 3 main inputs, USB,
AES EBU, SPDIF.
Here is the Toslink optical input. In the middle is Playback Design's proprietary interface, PlayLink. There is also a remote network port. To this day, I still don't know what it's for. Bottom left and right are the analog outputs, one balanced and one unbalanced. Now comes the different part. 2 sets of analog inputs, one balanced and one unbalanced, also separated into left and right channels. The front panel is very simple to display screens. The top shows the input signal and sampling rate received. The bottom shows the volume. It's very quiet and responds quickly in use. It's a very high quality analog volume control. Press DAC on the remote control, then press the gear button on the top left once. You enter the settings menu. Each input can be turned off independently. There's also a phase button on the remote. This phase button allows phase adjustment. The remote cannot control power on or off. Power can only be switched on the unit with a physical button. The basic controls are quite user-friendly. Playback Designs from the USA, founded by the father of DSD, an engineer who helped create DSD technology, Andreas Koch, founded in 2007. They have always mainly produced DACs. The flagship is the Dream series. I personally purchased their flagship DAC, the MPD8, many years ago. At the end of last year, the company announced a new model in the Dream series, which is the MPD8 AI. It's not artificial intelligence but analog inputs. Let's open it up and take a look inside. 3 giant toroidal transformers, providing independent power for the left and right channels and digital processing, separate power supplies. This one toroidal transformer alone is equivalent to the power supply of a whole amplifier elsewhere. Fully independent processing and analog amplification for left and right channels, so you see each channel has its own circuit board. Independent linear power supplies. The entire machine is symmetrically designed to reduce crosstalk. The build is almost completely dual mono. Playback Design's decoding method uses 100% proprietary algorithms. It converts all received signals into a 1-bit structure, which is delta sigma DSD format, then upsamples before converting to analog with this processing, the playback sound is closer to analog sound. As for volume control, it's controlled by a microcomputer processed independently for left and right using analog resistor networks. The MPD-8 already never uses digital attenuation, so no matter the volume level, the details and dynamics of the sound are never compromised. PCM supports up to 384 kHz. DSD supports up to 11.2 MHz. Supports native DSD and DSD over DOP encapsulation. Of course, Playback Design's own PlayLink transmission interface is fully equipped for both input and output. The balanced input can handle up to 9.75 V. As for analog output, the 5 fixed gain levels are shown as in the diagram. If volume control is enabled, the maximum output can reach a continuous 13.5 V, which is truly abundant. Note that the entire analog amplification circuit has been slightly tuned by the factory. Originally, the MPD-8's output impedance was less than 1 ohm, but for this AI version, the analog output impedance is slightly increased. Balanced output is 112 ohms, unbalanced output is 56 ohms. Dimensions are as shown, weight is 19 kilograms.
親條501嘅呢塊線，着咗 Doctor Martin 就好似行得快啲。曾經紅來讓醉，過後還我情真。
Andreas mentioned in an earlier interview that after adding analog inputs to the MPD-8, both function the adding quality. It is now 100% equivalent to a stereo analog preamp. If users use it directly as a preamp, the simpler connection actually helps improve the signal-to-noise ratio of the entire playback and further reduce distortion, because one less conversion happens in the signal path. Distortion is naturally lower. The company also said that since the MPD-8 has been on the market for many years, they've gathered user feedback along with improvements Andreas himself wanted to add, and took the opportunity of releasing this AI version to incorporate all these changes. So although it shares the name MPD-8, there's basically no big difference. But in these small details, users will still hear improvements, Alright, now we're recording the Playback Design's MPD8 AI because its core is actually a DAC and it can also serve as a preamp. So my recording will be in 2 parts. What you just heard was using it as a DAC. Rockner's Wave Light Server acts as Rune Core. Using AES EBU cable directly input into the MPD8, then it does the decoding and preamp work, followed by connection to the Boulder 866, integrated in pure power amp mode, driving Magical Wave 3 speakers. The next 1 minute you will hear is when it's used purely as a preamp. Everything else remains unchanged. But the DAC is changed to Mola Mola's Tambaki. Since it's Rune ready, Rune goes directly in, then into the MPD8 AI's balanced stereo analog input, used purely as a preamp. First, let's talk about the sound of the DAC section. The edges of imaging and separation are very sharp. What makes it different from other brands is that while it has these audiophile elements, it doesn't exaggerate or overly emphasize them in terms of tonal balance. Its mids and lows are especially pleasing to listeners. Not boosted, bass is punchy. Mids have texture. These are actually some of the reasons why analog music always tends to sound more pleasant. And the MPD-8 AI follows the same direction, but because its analog output state has actually been changed, the sound I hear, compared to my original MPD-8, is a bit more delicate. The detail is very much stronger indeed, and there's a bit more air. For those who care about sound effects, this unit can definitely satisfy them. Now about its preamp section,
The gain of the original MPD-8's analog output
was already very high, both in specs and in sound. It was already a fully capable preamp. Now with this unit, I often test many different DAC devices, and I always say they can serve as a preamp, but very few devices can serve as a good preamp. I think this one can do the preamp part well. After praising it so much, what are its shortcomings? It doesn't have an external clock input. Is that a problem? I think it's not a big issue. Instead, for digital input, if it had I2S input, it could match with different devices or support more interface compatibility. The flexibility would be even higher. Speaking of price, it's definitely not cheap, but it's not the most expensive one. There are many pricier devices, but this one device can handle everything. And the sound it delivers won't lose to those separate components. Whether 2 or 3 box separates, it holds up. For friends who want to simplify their system while maintaining top-tier quality and want to sound closer to analog musicality, this Playback Designs MPD8 AI DAC with preamp is worth your research. It's a very important model. That's it for this review. For those interested, check the description of this video to see its price and visit Stereo Kingdom in Central. Make an appointment with Jackie Wu for a demo. That's all for today's review. If you like our videos, give us a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And after subscribing, click the little bell next to the channel. When new videos are out, you'll get notified first. Besides this machine, we've reviewed many other machines before, both affordable and expensive. Whether this one suits you, feel free to check them all out. That's all for this episode. See you next time. Bye bye.